In one sentence, why did you pick this game?
I guess just because it feels good to be able to rub in a humiliating loss to a guy who was on the. I think you were probably hurt.
I was hurt
because you weren't. I just checked back. I didn't remember you, but from that game, you didn't really remember a lot of Patriots players because you guys fucking shit the bed in a hilarious manner. But you didn't even. We talked about a couple games, but you weren't even playing. The other game we talked about, you had a good game. I didn't even want you to have that satisfaction. I would rather
Stavros. I
stomp Tom
said in
Brady.
one sentence.
Oh, sorry, it's a run.
Oh, okay.
These are a lot of semicolons.
Oh, yeah.
There's separate clauses, but they're connected.
One tweet.
Yeah. So just there's a lot of ideas. And it's Flacco's run. It's right after the Mile High Miracle. It's right before the Super Bowl. It's just like it's a forgotten game in that run because it wasn't as memorable as the Super Bowl or the Mile High Miracle. But just because fuck the Patriots, man, we had to do a game where you guys fucking sucked.
Is this the greatest game of all time?
It's not, but it's a really satisfying game. It's a really satisfying game because again, you don't get to tell to a player's face how shitty his team was, and it was your team being the one to do it. And I do hate the Patriots. It's tough because you are the most likable, I think, from what's
Gronk's
happened.
pretty likable.
Gronk's likable, but yeah, so's a fucking golden retriever. You know what I mean? It's like you give fucking Gronk a little treat, he'll be good to go, dude. You give him a little buzz ball in your hand, he'll come up to you. He's easy to win over, I have a feeling. Yeah. But so anyway, you're the one person I have some fondness for because just role player I like to think of my kind of entertainment career as that. Neither one of us had any business being successful in what we did, and so I respect you for that. But still, not the greatest game. Just have to get on record how much I despise the teams you were on and just want to celebrate a victory over them.
You know what? I think that's the highest sign of respect
yeah.
from a fan is when they hate your team because of how successful you are. So, I don't get mad at that.
Yeah.
Because I remember being a 49ers fan, and I absolutely hated the fucking Green Bay Packers.
Sure.
They used to knock us out every year in that divisional round or that fucking first round playoff. I hated it, so I understand. Where did your sports fandom come from?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Baltimore, so this is, and I'm a fan of Baltimore teams before the Ravens existed, so that's
So what's the rank?
I mean, now in terms of true fandom, where it's just tribal, you kind of turn your brain off. Yeah. You're not even because if we were being serious, it's this is a waste of all our time. Our Sunday, we lose one day a week just on a couch doing shit, and we should stop. When there's bye weeks, I go to the park. You know what I mean? I might go to a fucking museum. I'm a better person when football's not on, but. You just have to watch. You can't help it. You have to watch it. And so on that level, definitely the Ravens. I mean, I remember it's cool to be a little kid when the team is coming. I had that experience, and I was a fan of football.
How old were you?
I must have been we won the Super Bowl when I was in
7,
6th grade.
Yeah.
So I was pretty young. I don't remember. It was and I remember I went to a punt, pass, and kick when the fucking Vinny Testaverde and Matt Stover were there. I was the demographic to get won over by this team, and the shitty weird logo that we had that was bad. I remember them thinking about calling us the Baltimore Americans or the Baltimore Brown. We got saved. Ravens is the best name we could have gotten. So it's that's how it started. And in terms of overall, I mean, I like the O's because but I don't really. Baseball's
it's tough. You got
the guys are talented, but I just want to fuck it. It's there to drink a beer and eat a hot dog.
But it's changed. The new rules of baseball is awesome for TV because it keeps it going. But like you said, when you go to a baseball game, you want to drink a beer and eat a hot dog, and you pray for the longest game possible because you're in 3rd, 7th grade, and your mom's there, and if you get there too late, maybe you get the next day off. Now they have no chance of getting past 3.5 hours. But Orioles. I used to love the Giants.
Sure, yeah.
Cal Ripken Jr.
He's the man. I mean, that's the other thing. That's why the O's still have some fondness because, before the Ravens, I had those Cal teams, and they were fucking. It was so weird to go from the Ravens or the Orioles being awesome to they were just dog shit until my senior year of high school. That was the year they were they led the AL East out of nowhere, and then we fucking collapsed. And so that was the last time that I like believed in the Orioles. And then it happened. You know, we lost to KC when they went on to win the World Series. So I'll always have some fondness for them. But in terms of the day-to-day, it's also just easier. Like I've learned football is so smart in how they kind of schedule things. Because just what we were saying earlier, one day a week, even when you're busy, you can commit to one day a week. Yeah. And you can watch fucking Thursday Night Football on your phone if you need to, whatever. But, like, actually, my favorite sport is probably basketball, but once I started getting busy, it's kind of hard to follow.
It's impossible to follow these big sports.
There's way too many fucking games, dude.
That's why I love football, like you said, schedule-wise.
Yeah.
And there's no first pitch.
Yeah,
I've heard about your first pitch.
Yeah,
Sam hit me up and said, your first
Not
pitch.
bad. It wasn't videographed well, but you can't really tell. But it was fucking heat right down the middle.
It was heat?
Yeah, right down the middle, dude. I think they must have slowed down the video they published, because in the moment I remember the fucking girl that was catching being like, you know, that fucking, you know, she had to go see the team doctor afterwards. They had her fingers in splints. I was right down the middle. I would say probably 98, 97.
97, 98.
Yeah, something like that.
You ice her up after?
Yeah, I was like, my bad, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I remember when I threw this touchdown pass. Remember the double pass?
I do remember.
And that was the ball.
I do unfortunately remember that.
So, like you throwing that 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, this is dangerous to give to me.
Actually,
Aldous, where's the incinerator?
Don't Putin this, Bubs. I'm just showing you. No, but right after I came into the team meeting on Monday, we're all having fun. We're watching the thing, and I was like the last one to walk into the office. Into the office. I taped up my arm because always the quarterbacks after a big day tape up their arm. I threw one pass. I came in like, all right, guys, everyone started laughing. It was fucking...
Yeah. No, that was fucking horrible. That was bullshit.
You're a big basketball guy. Yeah. You had a podcast with my boy, Sam Morrell.
He's the man.
Who's a bigger ball guy? You or Sam? Because you guys are both Knicks fans.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Sam, kind of the love I have for the Ravens, it's like for Sam, he has channeled that into the Knicks. Because it's like, I love the Knicks. So my fandom is a little complicated where I didn't have a team growing up for basketball, and I could never root for the Wizards because DC and Baltimore is just a different thing.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's sort of like Bay Area stuff where it's like
Oakland, San Fran.
Exactly. Everyone has their own. Even like Sacramento, Oakland, San Fran. All those places are pretty close, but it's totally different fandoms. Where it's like DC and Baltimore are such different cities. Where I was like, oh yeah,
that was a great.
No worries, man. I'm a pro, dude.
You are. You're fucking good.
I know how to pod, dude.
Good,
I do this. I just do this in my. I'm not even awake right now.
I was gonna say I know because I've been cutting you. I've been cutting you off. Sorry.
No. So I could never root for them. So my fandom would go to like the cooler teams. Like I would really connect to certain teams. I was a big King. Those Kings. The Vlade Divac.
I love those Weber. Kings. Everyone did. I was a shitty Warriors fan at that time.
For sure. But you guys were so bad back then.
So bad. Sprewell was choking out the coach.
Yeah, which is cool.
It was kind of cool. I had his jersey because of it. But the Kings were hot that time.
They were fucking cool.
With Reb and Baby. And
they were so fucking good. Yeah, Jason Williams before they traded Baby. But I always gravitated to some cool team would like win my affection for a few years. But then once Giannis came into the league, I am such a huge Giannis fan. I mean, it's like to have a Greek basketball player be one of the best players in the world, and at times in the last few years, the best player in the world. And even with what Jokic is doing, I just think like Giannis, even making that team halfway decent it's insane how fucking good he is. And so he's probably my favorite athlete right now. And in terms of basketball rankings, he's my guy. I always like to keep up with him. But Sam Morrell has been like a Knicks fan for fucking ever.
Will Pod Don't Lie ever come back?
I don't think so, man. Unfortunately, it's not financially viable.
Real seam heads know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't pod for the love of the game. We do it for a paycheck.
Yeah. So do you remembered when the Ravens moved in?
Yeah.
That whole thing. Is it safe to say that pretty much even this game that we're about to talk to is pretty much based off the foundational success of what Bill Belichick was building in Cleveland?
No chance. No way.
And then went to Baltimore.
Yeah, I don't think, no.
And then you got...
It's just based on...
And Ozzie Newsome That was a Patriot guy.
Was he? How long was he with Bill?
I mean, I think Bill was part of the guys that drafted him early, but in the Giant, there's like some real crazy connections to that. So
I don't really see it that way
Patriot
at all,
roots.
I don't see it
in Baltimore.
It's kind of like here's the thing about you guys are fucking nerds. The do your job shit fucking sucks. And by the way, you're just lucky that Tom Brady, why the fuck did he accept pay cuts from cheap-ass Robert Kraft? That motherfucker should have opened up the playbook. Yeah, you fucking prick. He underpaid Brady, his whole and maybe that's why he had to keep playing and his marriage dissolved. Maybe, honestly, the Patriots ruined Tom Brady's life. They milked him for all he's worth, and then they're like, Tom, get back fucking out there. All he had was football, so his beautiful family's destroyed now. Maybe there's a little bit of the Ravens that the Patriots helped, perhaps. They've definitely ruined their best players' lives, though. I mean, you guys are in shambles right now.
He was in Tampa at that time.
Yeah, but it's gone. He had to keep playing.
He was in Tampa.
All he had, you soaked him for everything.
He got divorced in Tampa.
Yeah,
not in New England.
That's
why he wasn't in New England.
That was what was keeping it together?
I don't know. I'm not getting in that one.
I love that the Patriots are it pisses me off that you might. No offense to fucking. I feel bad rooting against the kid you guys drafted because he is awesome, but I want nothing but bad things for Drake May. And just because it's too soon for you guys to have a good quarterback, that's fucked up. And also, I hate that you made the right call, and because I do think that Vrabel's just so fucking perfect. Now, I'm stupid, though, so the fact that I like all of this might mean it also is going to fail, and that's what I'm crossing my fingers on. Because, I'm enjoying you guys being in shambles. Again, you're the most successful one with the best life. How hilarious is that? You know what I mean?
There's Tom Brady. He's pretty...
He's fucking blowing it in the booth, and you know it. Zoom in on Edelman's face when I said that.
He's killing it.
Yeah. There's a hard cut when I said that. We just go to fucking me. Oh, the cameras are down. He's blowing it. Fucking Belichick is basically Robert De Niro's character for Bad Grandpa at this point. The fuck is he doing on the beach, dude? Why are you so proud of fucking that shit? His girlfriend wasn't even alive when they won their first Super Bowl, dude. Now he's podcasting and going to He's probably took the college job so his girlfriend would have people her age to talk to. She's got no one right now. So I'm enjoying the Patriots crumbling, basically. And, hey, if drafting Ozzie Newsome led to all that, maybe it's worth it, man. Maybe it's worth it.
Wow.
You want to get into the game? I got more. It's up to you, actually.
So what was a young Stav like growing up?
Yeah, dude, I just you're a great guy, but I hate the Patriots.
Hey, I would too.